Hi there, this is Butch Gamboa for Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features electronic magazine. And here are some of this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have the latest on motorcycle license plates. Our road safety tip on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the right-of-way of vehicles turning right. This week's Payong Chuper shall be on the passenger limit on public utility vehicles. On the public service segment, we'll have on the spotlight incorrect names in a driver's license. Showcase this week shall feature the Mini One 5-door, while on Race Weekend, we'll have the highlights of the recently held 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series Round 6 at SM Santa Rosa in Laguna. All those plus the latest news on the country's transportation and traffic management on this edition of Motoring Today.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
All of Ford's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Ford shall have the following remarkable newly launched brand new models for you: EcoSport, Everest, Expedition, Mustang, Ranger. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
All of Mitsubishi's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Mitsubishi shall have the following remarkable newly launched brand new models for you: Mirage, Mirage G4, Montero Sport, Strada, Expander. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
All of Suzuki's newly launched models shall be available for the public to test drive. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Suzuki shall have the following remarkable, newly launched brand new models for you: Vitara, Swift, Desire, Ciaz, Ertiga. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Welcome back. Motoring Today now starts with the latest news in transportation and traffic management. The DOTR has decided to add 2 stations in Quezon City in the blueprint of the country's first subway, which some lawmakers are against. But the department remains determined in pushing through the project. Our Motoring Today field correspondent Andre Ko is here for the report.
The DOTR said their decision to add 2 stations in Quezon City for the 325 billion peso Metro Manila subway project was meant to accommodate more commuters from the capital's inner corridors. This decision by the DOTR didn't receive much feedback from some lawmakers as they questioned why the department diverted the project away from EDSA by adding stations in Anonas and Katipunan in Quezon City. According to Transport Undersecretary for Rails, Timothy James Batan, the segment was originally envisioned to run from Mindanao Avenue, North Avenue, Quezon Avenue, and up to Ortigas stations, much like the route of the MRT-3. However, the change would instead bring the trains from Quezon Avenue to Anonas and Katipunan first before heading to Ortigas. Batan added that the modification was made based on a 2017 feasibility study that considered the expected improvements on the state of the MRT-3. He added that the DOTR expected to have the groundbreaking in December for the segments running through Quirino Highway, Tandang Sora, and North Avenue.
The subway line is expected to be completed in 2020 as one of the key mass transport projects under the Duterte administration's Build, Build, Build program. Continuing, the DOTR has directed the PNR to supervise the testing of train sets manufactured by China's CRRC Dalian Company for the MRT-3. Here's Motoring Today field correspondent Zera Hernandez for the details.
The PNR said that they were instructed by Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade to validate the report of the third-party auditor TUV Rainland on the train sets before Sumitomo Corporation takes over as the railway's maintenance provider. They said that the PNR was tapped since it has a division in the agency which deals with the reliability and maintainability of its trains. The agency added that they will conduct simulations next week to check for possible major hazards with the train sets that the Chinese firm may have missed in their repairs. After the simulation, the train sets will be placed in provisional revenue service by the MRT3 for at least 150 hours. The DOTR hopes to deploy the Dalian trains by the end of the year after it obtained the Chinese firm's assurance it will shoulder the costs of any modification.
The DOTR said the Dalian trains must be put to use as soon as everything is fixed, especially once the rehabilitation of the MRT3 starts, as only 10 trains may be operational and the passengers would be affected. Meanwhile, the LTO has announced that it plans to further regulate car tints since MMDA personnel find it difficult to enforce the new driver-only ban on designated high-occupancy vehicle lanes on EDSA because of heavily tinted vehicles. Our field correspondent Andre Ko is back for the report.
The MMDA has been finding it difficult to determine if a car has more than 2 occupants via CCTV footage because of the car's dark tint. The government agency has been monitoring the length of Balintawak to Magallanes, the affected areas of the high-occupancy vehicle lanes, for violators of MMDA regulation number 18-005. During the coverage period of HOV, 156 heavily tinted vehicles have traversed along EDSA, according to the MMDA. They add that they are already working with the LTO to deal with this setback and that the MMDA is planning on the purchase of thermal cameras to catch violators of the carpool lanes.
To further acknowledge this problem, the LTO has responded to the MMDA by announcing that they will soon come out with further regulations for car tints. According to the LTO, drivers will need to modify their tints and comply with the new requirements. Motorists who do not comply will not be allowed to have their cars registered. And finally, years after paying for the official registration of their vehicles, motorists can now check if their license plates are already available through the LTO website. Here again is Zera Hernandez with the report.
The LTO announced that aside from scheduling an online appointment over the internet, people whose cars still run on conduction stickers can check the site if they can obtain their 7-character motor vehicle license plates. Upon choosing the MV license plate option on the website, the LTO will require car owners to enter the 15-digit file number of their plate. After searching, a user will be given instructions on when and where to claim the plates. According to the LTO, more than 230,000 license plates have been produced since the agency's plate-making plant was opened in April 2018. When continued, it will continue to cover enough backlog from July to December 2016. However, only plates of cars registered from July 2016 will be available as the past plates were made by a different contractor commissioned by the previous administration. The contract is still subject to a Commission on Audit disallowance.
The LTO is pleading to motorists to be patient throughout the license plates production process and wait to be notified if their plates are already available. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Welcome to this week's Motoring Forum, where we discuss topics of vital importance to the general motoring public.
It seems such a long time ago when the Land Transportation Office decided to hold off the issuance of license plates to new motorcycles to await legislation in Congress seeking to increase the size of motorcycle plates for easy identification, especially when two-wheeled vehicles are used for criminal purposes or in case of accidents. This came after the LTO contracted supplier of license plates to motor vehicles, including motorcycles and mopeds, had problems in the courts and with the Commission on Audit, resulting in delays in the supply of distribution of license plates. This led to an inevitable backlog in the issuance of license plates. a backlog that the LTO estimates has now reached more than 6 million. It also seemed that legislators, both in the House and in the Senate, were taking their time resolving the issue of the dimensions of the license plates and the size of the alphanumerics. But it has been reported that legislators have reached agreement on the size of the license plates for motorcycles, and even before a law has been passed determining the dimension and size of the license plates. LTO has begun the procurement process for motorcycle license plates meeting agreed-upon standards. Motoring Forum visited LTO Executive Director Romeo Veracruz to ask, what is the latest word from Congress on the approved dimension of motorcycle license plates?
The Senate and the House of Representatives have approved the size of the motorcycle plates. And the size, the resizing of the motorcycle plates is being left to the discretion or judgment of the Land Transportation Office.
The word that the proposal to adopt the type and size of motorcycle plates issued in Germany or Europe was carried in both versions of the legislation proposed in the two chambers of Congress. Is this true? And what will the license plate look like?
They have given me a sample. This is a sample of the plates that will be used. No? It is a 225 mm by 200 mm. And 2 alpha, 5 numeric. The motorcycle clubs suggested a smaller one. Okay, a smaller one, but we chose this, and this will be visible from 15 meters away. 15 meters po, makikita. 15 to 20 meters nga ito, makikita ito. Itong size na ito. Para ito sa Europe, yung mga ganito kalaki.
And where on the motorcycle will this be placed? Will there be 2 per motorcycle?
Sa likod pa rin, ho. Same place, no? Kasi yung merong nag-suggest na dalawa, isa sa likod, isa sa harap, pero because of safety consideration, no? Ang Congress natin said, dito na lang sa likod.
Aside from the license plate itself, what does the LTO plan to use to help identify a registered motorcycle?
Meron tayong security features, no, the usual, and some enhancement. Ang pinakamaganda natin is the RFID stickers. It will be placed sa motorcycle, it will be placed doon sa headlamp. No? Kasi yung RFID will state kung ano yung status ng vehicle. Ha? Status ng vehicle, may alarma ba to? And then it will indicate the engine number, the chassis number, the CR number, and everything, no? At saka yung plate number, nandun na sa RFID. Kaya pag nagpa-renew ka, hindi na kailangan na mag-stencil. RFID mo na lang. Makikita na doon, kompleto na. No? So, yun ang mga enhancements na gagawin natin. Pabilis na yung processing sa renewal of motorcycle.
Now that the dimensions, font, and font size, and other features have been decided, what is LTO doing now?
No, we start the procurement process this month and then hope to receive this by maybe November or December of this year. Because we have a big backlog on motorcycle plates. Siguro mga more than 6 million na. So this will be a start of addressing this backlog.
Finally, can the LTO assure motorcycle owners, the more than 6 million still without license plates, that their rides will soon sport this Euro size and Euro look plates?
I know that the motorcycle owners are waiting for the release of the motorcycle plates. As I have said, we have a backlog of more than 6 million pieces, no? So maraming naghihintay. So I would like to inform them that the LTO has started the procurement process of this place. In addition to the place that will be delivered by the old supplier, the PPI and JKG. So hopefully by, let's say, by next year, end of 2019 or early part of 2020, wala na pong backlog ng mga plates.
That's this week's Motoring Forum, where we discuss significant topics vital to the general motoring public, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Chevrolet that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Trailblazer, Colorado, Sail, Trax, Malibu. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Expander.
Have you seen the latest models launched by Nissan? Here's your chance not only to see them up close, but even to test drive them together with all the other brand new car models available in the country today. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Nissan shall have the following: Navara, Terra, X-Trail, Juke, Irvan. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Have you seen the latest models launched by Toyota? Here's your chance not only to see them up close, but even to test drive them, together with all the other brand new car models available in the country today. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Toyota shall have the following: Vios, Rush, Fortuner, Innova, Wigo. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
Welcome back. Continuing with Motoring Today, here once again is this week's series of valuable motoring tips. We start off with road safety reminders on the Young Street Smarts portion, courtesy of Toyota.
Hello everyone and welcome to Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts Club. This is brought to you through the courtesy of Toyota Motor Philippines and the Toyota Foundation. My name is Susie of Magic 89.9, muling magbibigay sa inyo ng simpleng tips on how to use our roads properly and safely. If you're stopped at an intersection, paunahin ang sasakyan na nasa kanan dahil ito ay may right of way. It is important to keep this in mind for smooth travel. Until the next time here on Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts portion, where you can learn to be safe while on the road as a pedestrian, commuter, biker, or driver. This is Susie of Magic 89.9 reminding you to always be a safe and responsible road user.
Proper driver's demeanor, especially among drivers of public utility vehicles, is one of the major concerns we are addressing on our segment Payong Choper, courtesy of Mitsubishi.
Payong Choper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo choper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstrang bangko sa gitna ng jeep.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payong Choper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo choper.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Expander.
The country's latest automobile models can all be available for test drive in the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival this November 15 to 18. And if you're eyeing a Honda for your first or next car, you can test drive any of the following: City, BRV, CRV Diesel, HRV, Civic RS, Mobilio RS, Jazz RS. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. Gotta go guys, nagpapasok si Dashi.
Besh, parang may sumusunod sa akin.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Have you been wanting to test drive a Peugeot? Here's your chance. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Peugeot will have the 3008, 5008, and the Traveler, waiting for all those who want to have a feel of how wonderfully it drives. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Welcome back. Motoring Today continues as we now give you the latest news and developments in the world of motorsports.
With just one more round left in the 2018 Flat Out Race Series calendar, organizers posted the point standings for all brackets in the time attack and in the grid races. Heading into the last round of this year's fours to be held at the Clark International Speedway on October 27, Rafael Lau is on top of the time attack standings for both Bracket R and Bracket A. Accumulating 108 points in Bracket R, he is miles ahead of Dondon Portugal in second with 60 and Gabi Soho in third with 56. In Bracket A, Rafael is also dominating with 110, followed by Gabi in second with 72 and Eduardo Suiza in third with 64. It's a much closer fight for the championship in Bracket B. Paulo Santos is just 1 point ahead of Rafi Sohu, 88 to 87. It's not as close a fight in Bracket C, with Paul Santos leading with 93 over closest rival Julian Diego with 63. It's much closer in Bracket D, with Robert Tan on top with 96 points to Dan Errol Panganiban's 74. Mark Anton David tops Bracket E with 90 points, with Roy Sarmiento in second with 61. Cody Nang leads in Bracket F with 93 points, with Emil Del Mundo in second with 71. Gabi De Sales sits atop Bracket G with 77, followed by Alexis Can Lavipe in second with 54 points. In the grid races, Rafael has the Grid A title in hand with 177 points after 7 rounds. Paulo is also in commanding situation with 175 points in Grid B. Paul is on top of the Grid C standings with 149, Andre Makina Tan leads Grid D with 135, and Cody's 118 points puts him on top of Grid E. Race Motorsports Club is calling on slalom enthusiasts to participate in Leg 9 of the 2018 National Slalom Series to be held on October 21 at Robinson Star Malls in San Fernando, Pampanga. Now the question is, with 4-time slalom king Milo Rivera settling for third place finish in the previous round, and the young phenom Inigo Anton taking over the top spot, what will be next in the drama of the slalom series? That we will find out in the following weeks.
More motorsports and motoring today as we now usher in Race Weekend.
Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
The competition is getting hotter and tighter in the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, with the Antons, Carlos and San Inigo, battling Milo Rivera et al. For fastest overall time at every round of this stormy season for motorsports. Race Weekend takes us through some of the highlights of the 6th round of the 2018 PAX.
We are down south for the 6th round of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series here at SM Santa Rosa in Laguna. Let's go check it out. It's round 6 of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, and the competition, at least in the fight for overall champion and in some of the classes, is as tight as it can be. Milo Rivera versus the Antons, Carlos and Son, Inigo with Danby Atinchay also in the mix. But there is more to the competition beyond the Riveras and the Antons. At least 65 drivers showed up for the event at the SM Santa Rosa in Laguna, with some of the drivers signing up for different classes, the official entries numbered more than 90.
The day has gone smoothly. It's the same story. It's Milo against Carlos, against Inigo, and against Danby. They're slugging it out. But the other cars, the other classes are also very nice competition for today.
Perhaps to add a bit of spice to the racing, PAX organizers decided to spring a surprise with a course layout for round 6, informing the drivers and teams just a few days before the event on the course design, and then restricting practice, allowing only walkthroughs in the morning of competition.
They like the racetrack. They like the racers like the racetrack. It's a very wide racetrack with few turns, more on high speed. That's what the racers want. Wala silang practice. It was a walk the track this morning. So they can walk the track as long as they want until they memorize it. And I had to write arrows on the floor so they can follow the movement. Yun. Finally, they got it.
The racers themselves, however, had other ideas about the track, from those battling for the major championships or the minor ones.
So today is a very different type of a race in autocross. So it kind of levels out the playing field because the car, what we have is a lack of power. They have the power, but we try to compensate through really good handling.
Well, we've always been worried about this track because it's very slow and tight, no? So sometimes that's not so good for our cars because coming out of the 180s, we are front wheel drive, so we have to pull out as against rear wheel drives can push out. So, but we're very close to Milo, which is quite good, and we have a few more runs.
This track is very different from the previous autocrosses. It's very long and very technical because, of course, you can see there's 3 180s. It's very hard to control the car, a front-wheel drive car, around 180s. And also, it's still very slippery in some parts of the track. So sometimes it understeers, so you have to adjust to that. And overall, it's a very tricky and technical track.
Well, for today's run, the track is kind of tricky with the course layout. There's a lot of tricky gates, so most of the competitors they miss a lot of those, and the track is kind of slippery on the end part. So there's a lot of sand because of the construction here in the area, and that's why it's so tricky.
Well, autocross racing it can be confusing sometimes. Some track layouts are very confusing, like this one. So if you're a first timer, then it's easy to get lost in the racetrack. So, for example, even me, I saw the track layout last minute, and I got a little bit confused as well. So, I spent like about an hour just looking at it, going through in my mind, so that I know when I get here.
Nung unang tingin ko, nagugulan ako eh. Kasi syempre hindi mo pa naman alam kung ano yung iba yung sulat sa actual eh. Pero nung nilakad ko siya isa-isa, tiningnan ko kung paano ko siya papasukin, kung saan ako papreno, kung saan ako liliko ng maayos, ganun. Okay naman, pero nung una talagang parang hirap. Pero syempre, hindi mo naman maano ang isang bagay kung hindi mo pag-aaralan eh.
Leading in the points by 6 over Carlos Anton heading into round 6, Milo Rivera struck early in the day with an overall best time and was waiting to see if anyone could do one better before taking another run himself.
Though we are only leading by 6 points, this race is an opportunity to further extend the lead, and so far it's a good day for us. We've only had one run so far, and the others haven't beaten the time yet, even though they've been running almost the whole day. So as I'm about to go out, I hope we further bring the time down and see how it goes. But we're very optimistic as usual.
Knowing he has the advantage in horsepower but not quite in handling while competing in a front-wheel drive car, Carlos Anton was looking for a mistake-free run to go quicker than Milo Rivera.
I just have to clean it up. I still made a lot of mistakes in my last run, and we're very close naman to the best time. So I think if we clean up our run and we don't go overshooting so much, it should be good.
After already having secured the novice title, young Phenom Inigo Anton is looking at a different challenge, getting to beat both Milo and his father Carlos for the overall best time and also topping the front-wheel drive class.
A novice champion, I'm very happy to be able to win 5 in a row. Hopefully this one also. And of course, our main goal for every race in autocross is to get the novice, and hopefully we can get also the front wheel drive today. I'm running 3rd next to my dad, so hopefully I'm able to win overall and front wheel also.
Heading into the afternoon session, the times began to fall, and Milo Rivera saw his best time of the day push down the standings, although he knows he still has chances to get back on the top.
Well, it looks like the track is way better than it was a while ago, so we have more chances to do our runs. Hopefully we get to beat the time again and re-establish the first position, but it's too early to tell. What we just have to do is to drive our best and see how it goes.
Well, as it goes, or as it went, in the 6th round of the 2018 Filipino Autocross Championship Series, Carlos Anton did manage to eclipse Milo Rivera's time and then hold on to the best time to the end of the competition. Milo ending up 2nd best for the day, with Inigo ending up 3rd. The fight for overall first was tight as can be, with only 1 1/100 of a second separating the trio. Only 2 rounds are left to be run in the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series, and many expect the fight for the championship, except for that one in the novice class, to go down the wire.
Punta ho kayo, manood kayo. Makikita nyo yung laban ng mga Top Guns and other competitors.
Those are the highlights of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Championship Series Round 6. We might see a tighter battle next round. This is Ray Louie Gamboa. See you next week.
With just a few rounds of the competition left, the championship in various classes are still up for grabs. This surely makes for an exciting bare months for autocross competition.
This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
Gotta go guys, nagpapasunod si Dashi.
Bash, miss you! Can't wait to see your new car. Bash, parang may sumusunod sa akin.
Have you been wanting to test drive an Isuzu? Here's your chance. The Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival will have all of the country's brand new models available for test drive this November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia. And Isuzu will have the MU-X and the D-Max waiting for all those who want to have a feel of how wonderfully it drives. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
The country's latest automobile models can be all available for test drive in the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival this November 15 to 18. And if you're eyeing a SsangYong for your first or next car, you can test drive any of the following: Tivoli, Tivoli Sport, Tivoli XLV, Corando, Rodius. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Be comfortable when you're out of your comfort zone and embrace a wider world of adventure. BRV, rise above your limits.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Honda Cars Philippines Incorporated, Honda's automobile business unit in the Philippines, is pleased to introduce the limited edition variants of the new CR-V Touring Diesel 9AT, the new Mobilio 1.5 Premium CVT, and the new Civic RS Turbo CVT. This 2018 with enhancements which aim to deliver sporty and stylish vehicles to satisfy the needs and cater to the lifestyle of the Filipino customer and their families. Interested customers may now inquire and reserve at any of the 38 Honda Cars dealerships nationwide. Vespa Primavera celebrates its fabulous first 50 years. The first version of what could become a timeless classic arrived on the market in 1968 and was a revolution. Small, nimble, propelled by a perky engine, Primavera gave free flight to several generations and remained in continuous production until 1982. It became a legendary model, but also one of the most spectacular commercial successes in Vespa's history. For the new Vespa Primavera, there is added improvement with a series of updates that enhance comfort, safety, and renew their style. Vespa Sprint, on the other hand, is the most modern interpretation of the sports version of a Vespa. Enriched by the most advanced technical features and designed to achieve the highest levels of stability and handling, Vespa Sprint came to life under the banner of riding pleasure to translate everyday travel into fun. The new Vespa Sprint receives a number of stylistic and technical evolutions. The LED lighting technology, now adopted for both the front headlight and the rear light, boosts active safety.
I would like to invite everyone to please come to the Vespa showroom here at BGC or any of our dealers nationwide. If you want to test drive the Vespa Sprint or Primavera, I'm sure you're going to love the new features and the new design, and with a very small difference in price. So with all the traffic going on in Metro Manila and with the fuel prices going up, why don't you have a Vespa during your color coding days?
As a provider of total customer solutions in the petroleum industry, Petron Corporation deeply understands the needs of Filipino motorists. Petron has developed its high-temperature protection HTP product range to include engine oils, automatic transmission and brake fluids, gear oil, and grease. Petron Philippines recently expanded its high-temperature protection product line. The normal operating temperature of a car engine may range from 90 to 104 degrees Celsius, or almost at the boiling point of water. Hot weather, stop-and-go traffic, heavy loads, high-speed drives, all these and other extreme conditions can raise the temperature even higher. When subjected to extreme heat, conventional engine oils will oxidize or thicken, thus increasing the chances of leaving deposits and eventually degrading engine performance that may lead to engine failure.
We would like to invite everyone to use Petron's new HTP product line. It is a very superior lubricant to provide better engine performance and savings for the customers.
The Covenant Car Company Incorporated announces that it was recently appointed as the official distributor of the MG brand in the Philippines. With this, TCCI happily offers the motoring public more choices for top quality products, coupled with an attractive value proposition. The British marque manufactured and released its first automobile in 1924, solidifying MG's position as a genuine heritage brand in the automobile industry. Today, MG is the embodiment of a truly global brand. With the financial and technical backing of SAIC Motor, a top-ranked Fortune 500 company, which also happens to be China's largest auto manufacturer and exporter. Utilizing its newly inaugurated Advanced London Design Studio in central London, MG is primed to take on the international stage.
We're really very excited because we have signed on to 6 dealer partners that will construct a minimum of 16 dealerships nationwide to offer MG products in the Philippines. So we're really very, very excited about that.
Ford Philippines recently held a test drive event dubbed as the EcoSport Street Smart Media Drive last October 2 to 3 to Bataan. Ford Philippines invited select members of the motoring media aboard their new and refreshed EcoSport, now with the award-winning EcoBoost technology. The objective of the drive was to have the members of the press to get the feel of the EcoSport engine mounted on the new EcoSport and maneuver around the streets and roads of the North. Ford Philippines also prepared a series of activities for the motoring media while enjoying the scenery of Bataan. The EcoSport is now available for test drive at all Ford dealerships nationwide.
Driving along the North Luzon Expressway and even the SCTEX highways really allowed us to experience the powerful engine of the EcoSport, which is the 1.0-liter EcoBoost, which really gives you more power but less fuel. So this is really a perfect venue for us to drive the new EcoSport and experience its power and performance. To all our viewers out there, would like to invite you to check out and test drive the new EcoSport in all 4 dealerships nationwide and see why it's street smart.
We have more about the local auto industry as we now give you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Mini has been an iconic hatchback ever since it entered the market a long time ago. And as if it's not stylish enough, it now offers more doors and more space packed in one variant. In this week's showcase, we have the Mini One 5-door. Watch this. That was the Mini One 5-door, our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential guarantees auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Mazda that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Mazda 3, CX-3, CX-5, CX-9, MX-5. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
Thinking of buying a new car? If it's a Subaru that you have in mind, check out any of the following models during the Phoenix Petroleum 2018 Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival at the SM Mall of Asia this November 15 to 18. Lavorg, XV, Forester, WRX, STI. Remember, test drive it before you buy it. Drive the latest model automobiles at the Autofocus Pre-Christmas Test Drive Festival, powered by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology, November 15 to 18 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Ah, the things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Welcome back. On the final stretch of motoring today, we have our public service segment, courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines.
This week on Public Service, we'll have Brigido Centeno's problem with his driver's license card. According to him, when he applied for it, only his nickname was registered and not his full name. He's having a hard time now considering that a lot of transactions need to have a valid ID. He is seeking help to know the proper procedure and the step-by-step process of correcting it. We will be asking the Land Transportation Office regarding this matter.
Motoring today's public service segment, courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines. We'd like to once again urge the public to help us solve motoring problems in our midst by referring them to us so we can in turn bring them into the attention of involved authorities. Please refer to the screen regarding our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 32nd year of continuing service to the general motoring public, with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. I'm Butch Gamboa. Happy motoring.